Brittany, welcome to my channel. Today I will be finishing, I wore this the other day so it's kind of unbuttoned, but I don't know if you saw the short of me making this skirt. It's supposed to be kind of like a sailor skirt, and I have a little bit of the fabric left and I got more of these buttons. So I am going to see if I can make a coat to go with it. I'm kind of going for like a sailor look, is what I'm calling this project. I'm not sure how I'm going to make this work because I don't have a ton of fabric left of this. I might need to go and get more, but I'm really hoping I can make do with what I have because I don't want to go and get more fabric. I'm just not in the mood to do that. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, I tried to get it on the thing, but it's just so big and so weird. Okay, so this would be the part where, for the buttons, right? The double-breasted, and then for the collar, and then obviously the, I guess you could call it a peplum part. Hello, monsieur. You must come and supervise. Okay. So I was not sure how to like piece it together for this part. So hopefully that works. I don't know. What do you think, monsieur? Do you think it'll work? Okay then. Every time. Okay, so I removed the bottom part and I put it back up, or back up. I laid out the fabric and stuff, and so I think if I cut it like this, what I could do is I can use this strip down here as the peplum, and it just isn't connected. And that way it will work. Plus I can still have the right grain lines that you need to have. Yeah. Okay. I just need to find my pins and I can cut it out. I'm still trying to figure out if I should do like cut this bit out and then do a lining for the collar part, because this is going to be the collar part, right, in white, so then there's white accents, and then do like a white cuff for the sleeve. But I haven't really decided fully on that. I think I'm leaning more towards for the collar but not the cuff. All right, it's all cut out. I have the bottom part peplum cut. There was enough left over that I could cut a sort of tie, and the sleeves, the back of the bodice, the front of the bodice, and I have the white fabric out so I can figure out what I want to do with this part. That's where I'm at. All right, here are the sleeves. They are sewn. I did a French seam. these are possible interfacings for the collar part. I have the front and back darts done. I just need to press them. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to do the oh, what kind of stitch is it? Where it's for the collars. Basting stitch? No, not basting stitch. I don't know. Editing me would put it on the bottom. So I have to do that before. I think I'm gonna do that before I put the front and back together. And I also cut this part of the pattern off. So this is where the button part, and right up here is the collar part. So that's ready to go on as soon as all of this is assembled. That will be like one of the last steps aside from doing the buttonholes and adding the buttons. So that's where we're at.
Okay, it's Sunday morning, and my goal for today is to do, excuse me, I just woke up, is to do the padding stitches for both sides. And then I also had an idea. Let me see one. Sorry if you hear the dishwasher, because I have a ton of this purple fabric left. As you can see, several yards. I thought maybe I could make another jacket, walking jacket, out of it. I haven't finished doing the detachable sleeves thing yet. I don't know if I still am. I'm still figuring that out. But I'm also thinking about doing the overskirt part with this, so I haven't fully decided on that either. But yeah, I was thinking I could do a jacket out of it. I've already altered these patterns to have the peplum part. I would need to add the collar part to it. I think I'll do it in the same style as the one I'm doing for the sailor, minus the double-breasted buttons. The buttons will be going down the back, but then when it gets to about here, I think I'll have it be a collar part that flops over, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But I'm going to focus on the padding stitches for now. And then after I'm done with that, I'll decide. Alright, I finished the padding stitch on this side. It looks like on the other side. So now I just have to do it on this one. I can already see like the difference of like, okay, see how that moves versus how this moves. Like, it's just so much more stiff. It's funny because my mom's like, well, why don't you just use interfacing? It's faster that way. Okay. Trying to see if I like the little peplum on it, if I can get it or not. It's a little hard to see, someone just took a shower, as you can see. It's so hot in here, holy cow. Let me see. I don't know, I'm not loving it. Weird. Maybe if this was, you know what I'm not liking is how sharp this edge is, so maybe if I curved it a little bit, that would be better. So I finished embroidering the buttonholes and put the buttons on, and the sleeve is on, so the sailor jacket is finished. Now for the purple one, I did end up opting to do just regular interfacing instead of the pad stitching for this one, because as much as I enjoyed doing the pad stitching, it just takes so dang long, and it's been 5 months starting this project. I don't have enough of the lavender thread because I made the Wild West dress, and I want to make sure I have enough to attach the sleeves, so I don't think I'll have enough to do the buttonholes. So I pulled out my embroidery thread, but none of them quite match. So I'm gonna pull out buttons and kind of decide what I want to do, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I went through all the buttons and I didn't have any purple buttons. So, I do have these plastic, supposed to look like pearl ones. And in a bag of buttons that I got from a thrift store, I found these old shell buttons. And then I also have this packet of shell buttons that I actually bought, so I know that there's enough of those. They're so thin that I sometimes worry that they'll break. I think right off the bat, I'm gonna just take these off because they're plastic and I don't really like the look of them. So it's kind of between these. They don't quite match. Don't quite match each other, but I feel like it still looks alright. What do you think? Here, let's see if I can get the camera to get a decent light. Okay, whatever. Kind of leaning towards these because I do like these buttons, but they're kind of white and I don't know if I like that. Whereas these ones are like more shiny and, you know, so I feel like they're slightly darker and they go with it better. Ugh, I just don't want to think about the amount of buttonholes I'm gonna have to do. Luckily, it's just going to be one row, but still. And also, like, I guess if I do white buttons, I could do white embroidery floss or thread to go with it instead of needing purple. I don't know, what do you think? Okay, I finished the buttonholes and I forgot how much faster it goes when you use embroidery floss instead of thread. I didn't have any embroidery floss that worked with the navy one, so I had to use thread for that and it took forever, and it's also why I almost ran out of thread at the end. So the sleeves are on. I just have to finish the seam right there. And add the buttons. I decided to go with these ones. They're slightly mismatched, but I feel like they are so beautiful. I believe they're shell. But yeah. Alright, I'll finish those, and then it's time for the reveal. I am so happy to be done with this. There. Okay, wrap up. I have no idea why that's there. Okay, so technically, I already did a reveal and a wrap up. But then I realized I was not happy with this one. The purple one was fine, although I don't think I wore the right undergarments, but it was still kind of warm out, and I was like, oh, I just wanted to be done because it was right before the October Halloween content, and I wanted to just have that done. But alas, I was not happy with this one, so I had to put it down for the whole month because, you know, doing that stuff, and so I was able to finally finish it. It is the beginning of November. I ended up hating the peplum, so I took it off, and then I just finished the edging. So I took the peplum off, and I realized that I didn't like the size, and so I brought it in and then finished the edging, and I thought I was happy with the fit, but I actually I don't know if you can see it, but I ended up pinning a little bit in the back, so I think just for the nice silhouette, I think I'm going to take in a little more off of the back, but overall I am happy with this. Another thing I did have to change was the shoulders. It was really tight in the shoulders, so I couldn't wear this blouse under it for the original reveal. So what I ended up doing is taking the sleeves off, trimming away some of the fabric to make the armholes bigger, and I think it worked, but it did cause the sleeves to be a tad bit shorter than I was expecting. But now I can wear the white blouse under it, and I think it's fine. I honestly, this is so outside of my wheelhouse that I don't even know where blazers are supposed to hit. So I think this is fine. It's comfortable for me. I like the look of it, so I'm fine with it, but I don't know if it's actually the proper length. I would say the very first blazer I ever made was the one that I made with the walking skirt, which I called, I think, a Spencer jacket. Yeah, the Spencer jacket. That was the first one. Then the closest thing I came to the second was the vest that didn't work out very well. And then this is the third, and the purple one is the fourth. The purple one I had no problems with. I'm happy with the fit. I'm happy with everything. Except for maybe the length of the sleeves. I was wanting it to be the same length, but I ended up having an issue with that. I don't know where it happened. I didn't realize it until I'd already had it on. It was hemmed and finished and put on the garment itself. So it is what it is, and I'm fine with it. Because I guess I do have fabric, so if I ever did want to fix it, I could, but it's whatever. Could I have done that while I was fixing this? Because it would have been just the same thing, taking off the sleeves, fixing the sleeves. Yes,
Did I? No, because I ran out of the thread that I would have needed, and I never went and got more, even though I ran out of the thread for the navy while I was fixing this. So I had to go get more of the navy. But I didn't also get lilac. Yeah. So yes, I think I'm sorry if you can hear people are doing yard work. I would definitely say that I've realized something. There's a reason why they had a curve to their sleeves at some point in history. Because, this right here. Also, how often do you stand with your arms just straight? I very often, I'm like this, or when I'm typing, like, so we always have it curved. And I feel like this is a perfect example, among many, where history, we forgot how to do stuff properly in certain ways. And they knew how to do it back in the day. To a certain degree. Just like stuff like that, or like how they what was it else? It was something about skirt making that I went like, that's genius, but I can't remember at this moment. But anyway, yeah, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed, thinking about subscribing and hitting the bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Oh my gosh, all these bugs.